Okay, this is Alysia Novorotsky, and I'm Stacy Hintz. This will be our first interview as the American Criminal Justice Association chapter at Westwood College.
Hello. My name is Alysia Novorotsky, and I work as a Comprehensive Community Services Facilitator at Manitowoc County Human Services.
What's your favorite part of your current position?
Well, what I enjoy most about my job right now is I get to work with individuals that struggle with mental health and AODA and help provide them with the supports they need in their recovery. So using a strength-based model, we work with them as they're moving forward in their recovery to live a happier, healthier, fuller life.
Can you tell us what AODA stands for?
Sure, most definitely. AODA stands for alcohol and drug addiction. So the individuals that are served by our program either struggle with mental health and or alcohol and drug addiction.
Okay. What was your motivation in pursuing a career in helping people?
I think overall my entire career thus far, I've always been really motivated to work with individuals and help them as they navigate through life, whether it is helping them recover from past trauma or abuse, or helping them work towards being free of substance abuse, because it makes me feel like I'm giving back to others as I'm doing my work.
Awesome. And what type of benefits and compensation does your current position offer?
Well, my current position is a little tricky to explain because while I'm employed and I work at Manitowoc County Human Services, I'm contracted, so my actual employer is another agency. So I don't receive the same benefits that employees that are employed by the county receive. But I still have a wide array available to me. Health insurance, vision insurance, dental insurance, life insurance, your basic package, which actually given this day and age I'm pretty lucky and fortunate to have available to me. Also, you get short-term disability, sick days, personal days, and a little bit of vacation. As well as after you're employed for a year, you can buy into the employee stock ownership, and the 401k is then available at that time as well. Well, I don't know how much of a good it would do me right now. Then they have a couple little extra benefits that I'm also eligible for, which would be flexible spending accounts. For example, you can have money kind of taken off and set aside for health insurance premiums or health care costs or daycare costs if you need it. And they also have a vehicle purchase program available.
Sounds pretty good.
Begin to ask me to explain that one.
Okay, and what qualifications are required for positions such as yours?
Well, typically for somebody in this position, they require a master's degree or in professional counseling or social work from an accredited school, whether it's certified alcohol and drug counselor, registered alcohol drug counselor, but they also would like to see individuals that have knowledge of the recovery model for mental health and alcohol and drug addiction, knowledge of psychiatric diagnoses and psychotropic medication. You have to have the ability to facilitate team meetings and help identify strengths and abilities of the consumers that you're working with. You have to be able to identify and evaluate an individual's level of functioning. When they have an emotional disorder or dysfunction, you have to be able to evaluate whether or not they are safe. And you have to determine when they may be in need of a psychiatric hospitalization. So really have an understanding and background of working in the mental health field and a feel for when people may need that extra help. But they also will look at if you have a combination of those above the things we just talked about, a combination of that experience, they will consider people that have only a bachelor's degree.
So there is ways to get around the master's qualification?
You can sometimes get your foot in the door. I consider myself very lucky to have been given the opportunity to work in this position, given that I only have my bachelor's, but the experience that I brought to the table with my degree is what helped.
Okay. And what do you have your bachelor's in?
I have my bachelor's degree in sociology with a minor in psychology and child and family studies. And then I had about 9 years of experience working in the field. Anything from helping link people to community resources, have a real good understanding of what's available for individuals, where they live and reside, so they know how to access services and support. A lot of experience providing support and counseling in times of crisis, and I have a lot of experience working with individuals that have mental health and AODA issues.
And are you happy? Is it fulfilling in your current position with the AODA?
Most of the time I do enjoy the work that I do. It definitely has its moments, like this week. Got yelled and screamed at a little bit by somebody who was struggling. But you help work with them as they're getting through that. And usually, you get over those little stumbles and falls. And somebody may be having a difficult day and they may yell, but you can gain the satisfaction that you can help them work through that. So most of the time I like
Most of the time there's a sense of accomplishment there.
Yes. And the big thing, I think, for people to remember when they're working with individuals that struggle with mental health and addiction is that you can be there to provide them with support, but you cannot make the decisions for them. So you do the best you can to provide them with support, and they take that information and support, and they can move forward with that. But it's important to remember that. We can't, in the end, tell them what to do or have control over what they do. And that helps keep things in perspective and reduce the stress a little bit.
Cool. And do you have any suggestions for anyone that's interested in a position with working with people with AODA?
I think it is important to have ongoing education, to seek out experiences where you can learn more, whether it's through schooling and coursework or volunteering, but also knowing that the different personal and professional experience you bring to the table can make a difference, and also having a good understanding of the resources that are available in your community to provide these individuals with support. I think the most important thing is to not let anyone tell you you can't do it. Don't let little things get in the way of what your dreams are for the work that you want to do, because you never know.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Very productive.